Darkness will descend upon all
Hopefully
that
y'all
lives.
hear this. Game loaded a lot
From the Book
faster
of
than
the
the
Dark.
first time. Oh, hey, here it is.
Man did not heed this warning.
Great.
The sacred cosmic
Oh,
tree
man.
burned
I
to
should probably
cinder,
let it talk or something.
and so
Hold
the
on.
darkness
Let me
came,
get back
claiming
into my
all that was
earphones so
bright
that I know
and
that it's
living
talking,
in
you know?
Thea. When all hope was lost,
There.
after a century without light,
Oops. Ah.
the sun rose once
Okay,
more.
here. I am here.
Thea awakened from her dark slumber, and you along with her.
Me?
But Thea is not the world that once was.
Oh no.
The age of darkness weakens, but it is far from over.
It's at least weak enough that I can be
Life
here.
took its shy roots, yet death will not release its grip easily. While the sun keeps some of the evil in check during the fleeting days, at night, the creatures of darkness roam free and angry, unwilling to give up their dominion over the land.
Oh no. Oh look, there's
It
things.
is up to you to find a way to rebuild Thea, banish the darkness, and strengthen mankind.
Yeah. Let's do that. So Thea, we're gonna welcome to Let's Stream Thea. It's an interesting game, in my honest opinion. The Giants, Return of the Giants. Right, that's the subtitle. Thea, The Awakening. The Awakening is in the subtitle. Return of the Giants is. This is a long story, but to try to make it as short as possible, I started playing this game. I thought it was really interesting, but I also thought it was a gigantic time sink to get anywhere. It takes more time than I really have to dedicate to it in my own time, off screen, when I'm not streaming, recording, or whatever. So I figured if I was gonna get anything done in this game, it was gonna be while recording or streaming, and I figured let's just try it with streaming. So, new game. I only have two gods because I haven't done much, as I was mentioning. Horos is, well, you get gods, you can unlock more gods as you go. But that's just... It's somewhat of a strategy game, and the god you get just gives bonuses to your units. There's no... For the most part, at least, there's nothing else that's specific to a certain god, I think. For the most part. So Horos is more of a combat-oriented, I think. Well, he's all around, I guess, but he's focused on night, because there's a day and night cycle. We're gonna get to that in a moment. There's a day and night cycle. He focuses on making characters good at night. The level 3 looks super good. It would allow you, or me, to explore during the night, which is very difficult to do when you don't see it. And then there's Mokosh that I have, who is more about gathering, getting resources. I think for this game, well, I either take Horos with a warrior focus, or Mokosh with a gatherer focus. And I think I'm going to do that, because I don't know, I tried both, as you can tell. And I liked Mokosh just a little more, kind of. The warrior focus allows you to explore a little more, but Mokosh is more economy-centric, and because it's more economy-centric, it's also more research-centric, and I like to get the research. And I always feel like research is the one thing that kept stalling with Horus, with warriors, so I'd rather get gatherers. And you might think, because you get research by crafting, technically. So you might think, oh yeah, so craftsman if you want some research. No, because to get good research out of your crafting, you need good resources. If you're not using good resources, you're not getting good research. Period. So gathering is kind of the main thing that allows you to take up. So I'm going to focus on that specifically. Let's do it. Oh gosh. Let's see. So I'm probably just gonna do a game, and I don't know how far I'm gonna take the game, honestly, because as I said, it does take a while. It is a slow-moving game. It's a really interesting game, though.
Thea is awakened. Welcome. No
Thanks.
time to waste. You are a deity of the High Pantheon,
I'm a
and
lady.
you must help your worshippers survive the darkness. So what now, you ask?
Good question.
You are divine, yes, but you have little power, and so you will know the world through your people's eyes.
Right.
This means sometimes you will encounter your own divine messengers, and maybe even face your own avatars. Weird, I know. Your first mission is to survive. Every critter is trying to make sure you stay down.
Yeah.
So get food and craft better equipment to protect yourselves. You will guide your people to victory, either by sheer survival and progress, or by solving the cosmic tree's mystery.
I kinda don't want to do the tutorial. I'll try to explain what's
All
going on.
right. Now are you absolutely sure?
But-
There is no calling me back, you know.
Yeah.
Also, when you have time, craft me 10 cooked, baked, or roasted food. Any type.
Meh.
You may want to research some varieties as well to match your supplies.
Meh.
Also, leave these 10 crafted foods in the village until I show up. Remember to check the magical help button to read more. Yeah, I know more about
Blah
any
blah
mechanics.
blah 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 blah. Leave it alone. We get things. So, this looks like civilization, doesn't it? Looks even more like civilization when you discover that you have like resource icons. Ooh, Elvenwood. I somewhat like Elvenwood, although it's not that rare, so I'm not sure why I like it that much. Although building buildings entirely out of Elvenwood gives you a chance to recruit elves, which is kind of fun. I don't think that's why. I've never seen an elf get recruited. Ooh, that's also really good. I'm just starting with random equipment, so I'm just kind of discovering all the random equipment I have, and I kind of like it, kind of not. I'm not into axes that much. I'd rather have like hammers. Hammers really good. 2 damage and 6 damage rather than 2 poison. That's awesome. So it's a survival game for starters. It's a cross in gameplay. It's a cross between, you know, Civ, where you have your hexes and you move your things around and then you build in your city. You only get one city though. You're not building more. It's a cross between that and just straight up RPG, where you have your characters, they have their equipments and their strengths and weaknesses, and they have, you know, more than just attack, defense, and whatnot. You have medic, stealth, speech, will, all sorts of things. Besides, I should probably look at hunter. 6 stealth, 5 speech isn't the greatest, but whatever. This is a crafter. 7 craft. I should look, because normally I also have a crafter in here. Zibud. 5 craft. I'm tempted to say that this guy... Ooh, I get all the piercing damage in here. I'd be tempted to say that this guy should be in the party, the explorer party, and then the other person, the crafter, the other crafter of the explorers, should be in the city. I think I'll do that. Yeah, so the first thing to do with you is just bring you to the capital, the village. And then we can just exchange places. You go here, and then you go here. We're also going to discharge you of pointless stuff. This is going here. Shields. Can nobody take shields? Oh, let's rename that. I always rename my things. Explorers. These are the explorers. They'll be exploring, obviously. This is my hunter? She's the one with the hammer? I don't know about that. Normally you'd want one of your warriors to have the... well, you know, the piercing damage. You'd want one of your warriors to have the hammer, because they are usually the ones with the armor to take a hit. Currently, I can't really take a hit with this person. So... I think they're just going to exchange weapons. And then you go here. I just want a warrior. This is piercing damage, my god. The people here are not exactly equipped with the things I would love them to be equipped with, but, you know, we'll deal with it. You can carry that, I'm going to give that to you. You can carry that, and I'm not sure why you're not, but there you go. You have it now. This is such a weird, like, equipment. Anyway, it's mostly weird because I had shields and they just didn't equip it, even though they could have equipped it. Anyway. Also to this game, I'm going through many things. You have food and fuel. A group, either a group or the village. The village counts as a group, by the way. So, a group will consume 1 unit of fuel every day and 1 unit of food per person. So you have to manage your supplies. That's always a theme here. It's a survival game, after all. And it's conveniently telling you how much supplies you have for everything. I would also like to point this out. This is the food variety. Ideally, you want to have as much different foods as you can. You get that with cooking mostly, because you don't have that many raw foods, but you can just combine them into many different things. That's how you get a lot of variety going. It's not the greatest thing to do insofar as it's going to it's crafting, but crafting that doesn't give any research, so it's not the greatest, but it's there. So anyway, manage supplies. Astoya is fine, but I don't want them to burn either of these because those are useful for just crafting in general. This especially can get us some good gathering tools, which is going to get the economy going even faster. How do you get resources? Actually, I'm gonna handle that. You can gather. This is my village. If you look here, well, I also have clay within the boundaries of my city, but I haven't researched it, so I can't gather it at the moment. Can I actually get that? I can get that if I want to. Good building material, blah 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 blah. That's research. I'm going very fast into many different things. I think I'll research that first and the Elven Wood second, because both of those are, you know, within range. Let's actually just do that right now. I am sure about this. Thank you. So, production, gathering. We're gonna want to gather things. This takes a lot to gather, doesn't it? Well then, one problem at a time. I think I'm just going to dedicate the best gatherer to this. I feel like it could be useful. I don't know what for exactly. We're gonna dedicate someone to the food, someone who's gonna produce 1 per turn. Everything costs a certain amount of effort, if you will, to gather it. 54, 54, 171 now. My goddess, the goddess I am right now, reduces this by a certain amount of percentage. It's supposed to be 60 normally for these, and this one I think is 180 normally. Sounds about right, something like that. Anyway, yeah, so it's down a little. Doesn't make that much of a difference right now, but sometimes it does, I'll admit. And then you have this person. You have crafting and construction. They both use the crafting stat. And I think what I'm going to start by doing... Well, okay, crafting is made out of recipe. You have different types of materials that can go to different slots. This one goes here. I'm going to get some clay because that's going to be amazing. And then the fuel down there. The catalyst doesn't exactly matter at this point. Oh, that's 4 gathering. That's great. The catalyst doesn't exactly matter. These 2 materials matter. They determine how much research it's worth, how much effort it's going to require to build it. Also determines the properties to some extent. So I'm using good materials, so it's giving me 4. If I was using something terrible, it would be a little less. I want the best I can get, so we're going to use that. It's the only gathering tool I can create for the moment, because I won't have enough of that type of resource. Straw also gets in there. Straw is the only one I can gather at the moment, but you know, once we get another research point, we can research wicker if we find it, some of it. Where was I going with this? Yeah, let's craft this. Tell Apollonia to get it. It's gonna help us get some rarer items. I'm also gonna want to craft a tool at some point. Probably with iron, this, and then some wood as well. It's gonna be 4 crafting. That's pretty good. In fact, we should probably start with that. I probably should have started with that, but I'm terrible at this game. You know what? I think this refunds the... yeah, it does refund. I have all my clay. We're gonna start with that. It's gonna make the other one faster. Confirm. Just do it! Thank you. The next one is gonna take 2 turns instead of 3. There we go. Building is much in the same constructing here. It's buildings instead of items that you equip. It's much the same principle, but it's buildings that stay in your settlement. You can have 10. And currently we can build, it's its own thing. You get crafting recipes and then you get construction. Currently we can build a pasture, and that's about it. We need to research the other thingies if we want them. We'll see. Now then, I want to get back to my explorers. There's a treasure here. I want it.
You stumble across some ruins of an old city, engulfed in mist and mystery.
Let's search.
You open one of the buildings, a strange-looking stone and metal-built affair, and you hear a clunking noise. Then...
combat and most challenges take the form of a card game. And the different stats of your characters give them values. So for instance, offense, how much damage you do is determined by damage. That's pretty straightforward. And then defense, how much damage you can take before being out of the game, is dependent on armor. Not HP, armor. We're gonna get back to that. And then the other special things you can do, tactics, are determined by different things. And now you have different sorts of challenges. You have all sorts of different sorts of challenges, challenge skills. For instance, diplomacy. You can have a diplomacy. It's gonna be a card game again, but speech is how you damage, quote unquote, the other guy, and then will is how much damage you can take. And then all these, like, how beautiful you are, how intelligent, how knowledgeable, I guess, just that sort of thing is gonna help you. Cure sickness, intellect, sneaking is its own thing. So that's interesting. Let's begin combat. You get offensive and tactical. Every character is a card, and then they're spread between those 2 types. The offensive hands, you mostly just look at their stats here. That's how much damage they're going to do, and how much damage they can take, etc. And on the other hand, you have the tactical hand, which can use tactics like this. Like these things. This person is not very good at tactics. In fact, it's not very good in general. There's nothing really. Well, let's just keep him playing. Maybe he's going to become better at some point. Player's turn, we go first. I love it. I'm going to play Bogdan first, because he's doing blunt damage. That means any damage, any overkill, goes onto the second creature. It won't go on to a third one if he's really overkilling him. But it goes. So you put cards down, each in turn, and then the cards are going to go from left to right, and they're going to attack something. It's going to be either something to the right or to the left of them. So for instance, I'm going to put if I put this person, it's going to be down here. The rat, if it got a turn, it won't, because I'm going to do 17 damage to it. If the rat got a turn, it would attack either Bogdan or the Zebra. Right here, right? That's what it would do. It's gonna die, so it doesn't really matter, but that's the point. I think what I'm gonna do is counter tactic. It gets rid of one of the tactics if the enemy, that's the level, if the enemy is equal or lower. It was rank 3, so obviously it was gonna work. There's also counter offense, which does the same thing but for these cards, and that's so much better because offensive cards attack twice, while these don't really. taken the third card, but that's fine. I'm gonna put the piercing person right here. The Barometer. Piercing damage is special. It's gonna do when you play the card. It's gonna go before the last card that was played by the other guy. So it's gonna go right here between those two. And it's gonna do half its damage straight up. Like this. Hopefully she attacks this thing and not the skeleton. That's going to prevent the rat from doing any damage. I wouldn't necessarily count on it though. So I am going to confuse one of them. It's going to stop them from taking action. I will put down the Z-Bud, and I'm going to use Get Closer. Get Closer is going to make him be on the field but confused, which means he won't. Okay. It's going to go through all the cards doing damage to each other twice. Confused means that the card is not doing anything the first time. So let's get closer. Let's see how it goes. This thing can do damage. Hopefully, if it does anything, it attacks the Z-Bud because he has shielding. That means he's not going to take damage at all. Didn't do some damage to you? No, more than. Yes! She attacked the one that could have attacked. Which means we're fine. Martin does 20 damage actually. He does 17 blunt damage and 3 poison damage. Poison damage does twice the damage
and discover a supply store still intact.
Against enemies that have already taken damage to their armor rating, so to speak. Training sword and all that. Oh, topaz, that's pretty good. Quartz is okay. It's not the greatest. It's considered more like stone and whatnot. Equipment. Can anybody use that? It's 5 shielding. I do like that. So you, for instance, should get that. It's gonna make him do less damage. Clearly. Where was the thing? Yeah, it's 3 less damage. But he's gonna get 5 shielding. And shielding is something you can even share, so if he's tactical again, he can give 5 shielding to somebody. That's a heck of a lot more useful than counter tactics level 1. Just saying. Let me go to here. There's a couple spider nests. Nothing too horrifying so far. Let's keep going. There's a, I was mentioning there's a day and night cycle. You can see it kind of right here. It's gonna go through the entire thing. I think it's 10 turns to get through the entire cycle. Something silly like that. Alright, let's go hunting. Our group isn't the greatest at fighting. It only has 2 warriors. But it is pretty good at other challenges, such as hunting and sneaking. Especially since I'm getting 1 gathering from my goddess for everybody, so everybody does at least 1 damage. I don't like my hand right now because 2 of my more useful characters are in the back. You can reshuffle once. It's not guaranteed to do something, but it's there. It didn't do much. In fact, my hunter is not out front anymore. See, counter offense. This is, I think, leeching effect. Yeah. It's kind of like poison, but where poison does extra damage to... does double damage to things that are already wounded. Leech is just, you gain that much back. So he does 2 damage, he heals of 1. That's what that means. Well, it's not... I don't have a choice but to keep that in. And he goes first, and of course he does that. Counter offense will only work on things not played yet, so I can't use counter offense right now. And counter tactic is kind of useless at this point. Well, what do you want from me? Do I have first action? First action is going to put someone in first. It's going to move the rightmost card that is equal or lower level to your ranking. It's 4, so I can move either Bogdan or Bolalut. It's going to move them into first position, so I can move Bolalut to first position. That's going to allow me to kill this hunting card, take down this hunting card, without any problem. I'll get closer with you because I can. I'll let you play the other card. It's another hunting thing. And now I only need to put this down and then put it first. Really. And I think I'm just gonna do that. Let's not waste everybody's time. You don't have to play all your cards. They're not safe if you keep them, mind you, because once the enemies on the field are out of enemies to attack, they are going to attack the discarded cards. You know, the tactical cards that you played and then go to the discard pile. They're gonna kill the discard pile. Once the discard pile is killed, they're gonna kill your hand, the cards that you didn't play. So just keeping them in your hand is not necessarily gonna keep them safe. It's gonna keep them safe if your people on the field don't die. If they die, good luck. Take the loot and continue. That's an axe that does poison damage, I do believe. Maybe it's better than what Bololut is using. Maybe. Certainly is. It's also heavier, but yeah, you can still keep on using it. That's good. I suppose it's better than what you have. Alright, let's move. I believe, generally speaking, you get a little less stuff from... Oh, you can also auto resolve, by the way. You get a little less stuff from these auto combat thingies. But you're guaranteed to get the item specific to that type of monster. It was a spider nest, so spider silk is guaranteed. You get other types. You get snakes. Snake is guaranteed the scaled leather, which is really good leather, by the way. With skeletons, you're guaranteed monster bones. Is there anything around here? There's bones and whatnot. I think I'm just gonna stay here. Your group can create a campsite that allows them to gather out in the field. So I'm gonna make them gather some bones because I can. I could also get a little shot of, you know, of wood, of fuel that can help them. I don't quite get two. Oh well. I mean, I could. Manage supplies. I only have 5 fuel supplies, so I do want the wood thingy. Alright. Oh, also there's experience. I have gathered enough experience to level up. You're gonna see what that does in a moment. Next turn. There we go. People leveled up. They get a stat up. Adrenaline boost is a thing. Not the most useful thing. 6th sense, also not the most useful thing. 1 health, always useful. 2 will, 1 tactics. And then in the city, you have 2 gathering. Mwah! Beautiful. She's up to 9, I think. She's a master gatherer. She's gathering the clay, isn't she? No, it's this other person. So now she's better than this other person. That's pretty good. It's pretty nice. Each point of gathering gives 10 in the effort area and how much they contribute. Creating a camp costs 1 movement, breaking camp does not. That's why I decided, you know what, I could move 1 more turn. Or I could gather some bones and bring him back once I go back to the city. Darkwood, is that? Yeah, I can't do anything else really because I can't see the other things. In your thing here, in gray is the things that you can see on the map, but you haven't researched, so you can't gather. All these question marks are things I can't even see on the map. I don't know if there's any nearby. Would love to know, but I don't. Is there anything new interesting? No. Just some wood, and I don't need the wood, so let's just get it. Oh, anyway. These spider nests and whatnot spawn enemies. Do be careful about that. Take them out as soon as you can. That's it for this time, really. What time is it actually? It's not good with this. This is... oh, it's just skeleton. Level 1, 2. We can go hunting, please. Thank you. Be bees. Oh no, it's sneaking. Right. So we should be fine. And indeed I was. A bow, monster bones, as I was saying. And a shield. The shield itself is very... warriors can handle two-handed swords in one hand. That's the big advantage of that as well, of the class. And as much as I like piercing and whatnot, you do a lot of piercing damage too. I kind of like you with piercing, but I kind of like the sword-shield combo for warriors, especially early on. Oh, and I got that too. That's one gathering. I should equip that, because it does help the hunting challenges, and I do get some of those. So you're gonna get this, and you're gonna get a shield. And then you become really powerful. I'm gonna give you that because I can. It's not very strategic, but I don't really care that much, actually. Let's keep exploring a little. There's bees over here. There's a lot of darkwood, actually. There's 2 units of darkwood here, but I can't get darkwood. Alright. Somebody isn't doing anything, it's the crafter, because she's done crafting. We are going to give her the hammer. It weighs a lot, but she's actually, you know, strong enough to carry a lot of things, so she's fine. And then let's make her create the gathering tools that we were talking about earlier. Quality gathering tools. Thank you. Please handle this. 2 turns. Beautiful.
Thea is not an easy place to grow up in, but alas, grow up we must. One of your children has matured into a young adult and is ready to join your village and rebuild Thea.
We do have some children in our village. It is treated almost like a resource, which is interesting. We're going to take warriors.
Becoming an adult is an important rite of passage. The whole village...
Blah, blah, blah. We don't have many warriors, and they are kind of necessary for combat. You do get a lot of combat. So, we got Yasna. She's this person. She's pretty good, actually. I've seen warriors with less strength. There's no available equipment for her, though. The explorers would have to come back to town for that to happen. I also got a point up in research. I'm guessing that's off of building the... Oh, look at that hunting! I'm guessing it's off of building the crafting tools. And why was I fueling my group? That's kind of silly. What is that actually? Clay. I don't really need clay. Alright, let's move up. I can't. I kind of wanted to move up and go towards these ruins and whatnot. Those are spider nests. I think one of these might be a skeleton nest. Well, nest. I think it's tomb or something. And then one of them I think is a treasure that I do want to get. I got some research. We're gonna get the elven wood because we have some right nearby. And I would love to know if there are any rarer types of wood nearby. Not really. Well then. What can I say? Oh, and you're not doing anything. Well, there you go. It does make a difference. See, if it wasn't for my goddess, it would take 50, and I still wouldn't get one every single turn, but now I do. So it's gonna be fine. Six. I kind of want to move up. This is coal, I think. Yep. Coal, which is more of a catalyst resource, so I'm never really that into it. I mean, it's useful, but not that much. Crafting. I guess I do have a quest to do some cooked food or whatever. Oh, veggies need to be primarily, apparently, for whatever reason. Bygos! Sure. You can make a couple without breaking a sweat. Oh. Don't eat meat. I'm gonna forbid that to my village just because I'm not producing meat in the village, so it's useful for crafting and not much. I don't want to lose the elven wood either. It's pretty useful for crafting and whatnot. So I guess that's that. And you're gonna craft... I need 10, I believe. this creates 8, so I need 2. So I'm gonna complete the quest, basically, is what that means. Oh, the living have spawned right next to my village. That's not cool. I'll deal with it later. It's not that big a rush. Ooh, also, I should be equipping the gathering tools. I'm gonna equip them to the best gatherer. Generally speaking, give it to the best gatherer. The point to that being that anybody, when you're stacking people up on gathering, in fact, you're gonna go here, and then the other person is gonna go here. When you're stacking up people, the first one is gonna be giving his full gathering into it. So for instance, this guy who's got 5 gathering, so it's getting 50. This person has 10, technically. 1 gathering means 10, but it's only giving half. So I always give the bonus to the highest gathering person, because the bonus is gonna be given in full instead of half. Generally speaking, that's what I do. Anyway, some situations might require other micromanagement.
Yes,
so
wonderful. You made your first batch of prepared food.
Nice
No longer are you a mere scavenger. Now you can cook. Crafted foods are more efficient than the raw stuff, so you may want to take them when you're out exploring, as they are lighter to carry. So now I have a harder task for you. Build me a building in your village. Any building will do. Good luck.
Yeah, okay, cool. The building I would like is probably not the pasture. We'll see what we can get, though. I mean... Oh, currently I can build a pasture. I don't really want to. I mean, 2 food and 2 attract human. Do I want to, or do I don't? I did not realize that I had granite in my city. I mean, sure, why not? I'll do it. Just to try and get more resources, I suppose. Although, hold on, give me a second now. Because I know I got vines, but yeah, they're not... Okay, Vigos is not to be eaten by you people. I know I got vines, these things, but they count as wool, as string, and not as wicker. Yeah. Anyway, production, we need to get somebody to construct this. It's gonna take 6 turns, but then I'm gonna take 17 research, which is, you know, a lot. It's gonna give these folks some time to actually arrive. Ooh, I can get some meat. Some meat, some leather. There's vines right here, which is good. It's a much better string type. Maybe I'm gonna research that. There is vines. Yeah, it's right here. I may research that. We'll see. We'll see. I don't really need vines right now. Well, I kind of do. For crafting clothes.
2 of your fellow villagers decided to get married, and since times are dire, it is more important than ever to cherish such occasions. Wedding celebrations last for 7 days, and it is customary to make sure everyone takes part.
You know, I've never seen this event before. I played a little, as I said, but I've never seen this event before. That's cool. Does that mean we're going to get children?
The cleansing power of water is well known to all Easterlanders, but as followers of Mokosh, this becomes even more true for you. The couple wishing to become married must stand naked in a river and submerge for several minutes to prove their trust in Mokosh and in each other. The newlyweds are then blessed by Mokosh. Once emerged from the waters, the newlyweds are considered cleansed and ready to begin and to give new life. Only then do the usual libations, with an excess of food, strong spirits, and plenty of naked dancing through the night, proceed and last for many nighs.
Yay for naked dancing, I guess. Also, we're gonna get sick. I may lose this. I just may lose this. Well, it's will and offense. It depends. Yeah, I don't have the worst route to deal with this. It could be better, but it's not the worst. I suppose I'll keep that hand. Support ally gives more attack, counter tactic. Just keep it playing, I guess. Ooh, I get to go first. Let's take the biggest damage dealer. We're gonna take out the whatever card he puts there. It's probably gonna be a tactic. Oh, it's something that can actually take it. Damn, though. And those two together could actually kill Skipora. Well, kill is a big word. I can probably use counter tactic, but I'm wondering if the card is better used in another way. Because that first cure sickness is going to... I don't think there's any way for me to prevent War's death, because those two... Both of them can kill her in just one hit. And I don't have any shield ally. I think I'm just gonna go with counter attack. Ooh, here's some damage. Nasty. And then, I don't know. Okay, this... You know what? This just got a little bit tougher. I was looking at my stats and I was like, well, I have a chance. But now, ew. Just ew. Not that much of a chance. I'm gonna get closer with you. She's tankier, that's why. And this person does more damage, so she's going to hit her. Ideally. Alright, let's see how poorly this plays out. Hopefully those two attacks them or something. I'm gonna get the keys to go already. So Zanir goes down, Yasna takes damage, and then we just take out this one. Okay, so 2 cards lost on both sides. There it goes. Keep it playing. Play his turn. Alright, ring it. 17 damage, just straight up. Brilliant. Here. And then you get to play. I'm going to get closer with you to protect Petromira. Although it doesn't actually matter. Apollonia is going to take out the one that moves. This one doesn't do anything. And then Apollonia is going to take out the one. We're fine. Everything's fine. Don't worry about it. And then Apollonia wins. That's the end of that. We win! We don't get sick! That's what that means.
The wedding was deemed a great success, and the happy couple begins their new journey.
Oh my god. Really? Attractiveness bonus? Everybody's beautiful because they dance naked.
After the wedding, the newlyweds are blessed with the arrival of the much-coveted offspring from the Cabbage Patch.
The Cabbage Patch? Right. Yeah, I got a child out of that. That's kind of cool. Another hungry than living. What the heck? Okay, I'm gonna get these and then I'm going back to get the resources back. Also to take this out. Because that's kind of silly. What was I thinking though? What was I gonna say? Something, I'm sure. I wanna go there, I'm not sure why. Play more vines. Yeah, I think I'm gonna research vines. It's going to allow me to do some decent research, I think. I don't know how much research is worth clothes made almost entirely out of vines, but I can get a lot of vines. So that makes it rather tempting. Movement, get the treasure. Oh, those
You stumble across some ruins of an... You search the ruins.
Ones, I guess. Utopiak. Utopiak is dangerous. Reshuffle, because I'd like to have my hammer out in the offensive part. I do. Now what I would like is for the hammer to go first. There we go, 20 damage right off the bat. If I overkill, it carries over. Let's see. Utopia. She's gonna be confused though. There's no point to that. I'm going to kill her. It is guaranteed that I am going to kill her. I think I'm gonna go with a counter offense. That's always useful. Ooh, 9 damage. Damn, son. And then I'm gonna do a little shielding person's disease. 10 shielding. That's pretty good. This person, and I'm gonna give him more shield because he's gonna be right next to this. Otherwise, because I'm getting confused by the snake if it doesn't work. Just for the heck of it, a little bit more for sure. And then we should be fine. We should win this thing. Yeah, see, she's gonna die next turn. Or this time. Whatever. No problem, and then Bogdan wins the game. Period. Because blunt damage is just that amazing.
You search the buildings and discover a supplies store still intact.
Ooh, armor. I am lacking in armor, and then more topaz. I'm getting a lot of topaz. That's pretty nice. Not that much. What am I looking at? Armor, bone armor. Can equip it. You're the hunter. Yeah, you know what? You're the hunter. I'm sure. That sounds nice. Backstab and armor. Sounds nice as well. Let's keep it rolling. Actually, I can't keep it rolling. Is there anything to gather here? Some wood, but at the same time, I can't move right now, so I might as well just gather a shot of wood. Give it everything you've got. I'm getting 2 shots of it. What else is going on here? Story. It's still good. Thank you. Just whatever. 9. Oh, I leveled up. 1 gathering. That's in my explorers group. Bolelot. Gathering strength, perception, dexterity, health, speech. Okay. Better at diplomacy, that's not bad. In and of itself. Let's take this.
You stumble across some ruins of an old city, engulfed in mist and mystery. You search the abandoned abodes.
Sometimes
you
don't
dusty
find
cellar
something.
as the head.
This time, though, I guess we'll just keep getting it. The hammer is up front, he's doing more damage. The level up apparently did that. I didn't notice that, but I guess. Maybe he was the guy that got 1 more strength. I think that strength might give some damage. Let me keep this. First turn, and I get to go first. Let's kill a couple rats. I'm pretty sure he does enough damage to kill 2 enemies no matter what he is. He kills that, I'm sure. And that. So I'm gonna put this down, and it's gonna kill. He's gonna kill the next card. Also gonna do a bit of counter tacticking. Why not? Only one that's caught him. You're also gonna die instantly. So the bromia is kind of pointless here. I guess another counter tactic or something. I don't know. Maybe I shouldn't do counter tactic. I regret it. Sneaky! But I have a first action right here. You ain't gonna beat me for that. I ain't taking any damage from you. Sure. Yeah, because really, damage that's dealt to armor, that's something I haven't explored yet. If I get damage to armor, not the shielding, armor, it's going to carry over damage to into a character's health. It doesn't outright kill them.
You search the buildings and discover a supplies store still intact.
Blah, 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 blah. Ooh, food. Yeah, take the stuff and leave and all that. Your characters have health. This guy has 10 health, for instance. If he takes like a tenth of his armor in damage, so 1 damage, it's gonna be like 1 health damage, etc. And if he's low enough, he's in danger of dying. And having a medic, and the more skilled the better, but if you have a medic, it reduces the chances of dying from your wounds. So I have a medic of +1 with the person over there. I have a blessing of attractiveness because I was naked for a while, and that's apparently attractive. Don't ask me. Yeah, just whatever. Let's just keep it rolling. There is a spider nest right here that I want to deal with. Let's go hunting, boys. How to resolve this double-handed axe, man. Some spider silk. It's always nice. And we're gonna go back to the city. Give the equipment to people. Then I'm thinking maybe we create a gathering expedition, but then again maybe not. Alright, let's give all of this. There isn't that much to give, but still. It's there. It's all materials. The topaz alone is worth quite a bit, I'd say. We're gonna keep the food, this we need. We're gonna give the equipment, we're not using it here, so I'm gonna give it up. Oh, this is something I should equip though. Hold on, equipment for the explorers. There's this bow right here. See, you have plenty of room, you can have it. There you go. It's gonna be even more useful. Those give just ranged damage. Ranged damage is used when you're a tactics card. You can add that much damage to a card on the field. So you can just add extra 3 damage. This guy can add extra 3 damage and use a tactics card. That simple. So, I guess we're gonna keep moving. Go clean up these things. Hi, hungry unliving. As for you, I should have some equipment for you. What should I give you, though? I'm almost tempted to give her something silly like the short pike or something. Then again, shielding early on is really good. I'm just going to give you that for the moment. You're not seeing much action anyway. What should I go gather? I think I should go gather something, I just don't know what. There's mushrooms up there and fish. That would be for a variety of food, which is not really a pressing need. This is interesting to me, the elven wood, because I'd like to build a smithy out of it or something. I would need to research the smithy, but you know, I need 50 wood as well, which is not an easy thing to get. I don't know, crafting recipes right now. I also want to research vines, but I think that's a bit too far for my taste. Right. I'm also a little scared to create a new expedition when I have so few people to put into it. No, you know what? I'm gonna be shy, and I'm not gonna do that yet. It's gonna be night really soon, and I think I'm gonna use this expedition to deal with sneak, I guess. This expedition to deal with. Good, take the stuff and leave. I like this trinket. It gives just straight up damage. I like it. Resolve. That's, what is that again? Ember Runestone. I don't think that's a crafting material. I think that's a crafted material. There's a shield right here. I think there's somebody without a shield. Yeah. Now, the problem is that you can't carry that right now. This is good enough, though. Yeah. Is anybody else missing a shield? Anybody else that can actually take a shield? Not right now. sword, and then there's a creepy doll, 2 damage. 27. You know, the creepy idol, the creepy doll is nothing to scoff at. 13 damage, 15 actually. Just 8 damage for you. I think I'm gonna give it to you. No, because you can't carry it. I could give it to you. Sure. What is that? Will. I mean, whatever. It's better than not having anything, right? Okay, I'm gonna send you over to where there's Elvenwood. I don't think I made it. No. The sad part is I can only get Elvenwood. How many days of food do you have? Only 5. Actually, I need to go back to town and get some more food. Because that's just a silly amount.
It is time for the Night of the Goat, a feast in honor and reverence of the ancestors and forefathers, the so-called Zeadi. You set a table with food and drink, set bonfires in a circle, and begin festivities. But this night, the Zeadi actually appear before you. One, an elder bearded man, speaks with a heavy, coarse voice. You have done us proud, grandchildren. Now we shall cleanse you of any curses.
I don't have any, though.
And if your souls are ever burdened by the filth of dark magic, come to a city we once called home and seek us out. And if you prove yourselves worthy, you may be cleansed once more. The Zeadi all nod in agreement, then disappear.
Okay. So Polonia got slightly better, but other than that, there isn't, you know. There's the city! You can go there to get uncursed. I don't have a curse, though. I'm fine. Alright. I need more food. You have food places. You have an overflowing amount of veggies. That's a start. And then you also have this. Although I don't really need the food variety just yet, so I'm just gonna save that for later. Give it up. It's fine. Manage supplies. I still have 15 days, 15 turns, I should say. It's not really days. 15 turns of food, and Ostoia is forbidden from heating that. I also remembered that I wanted to take this. I'm more interested in getting Elven Wood right now than I am getting clay, I think that was being used for. So, set up camp and gather. And before we do, I need to equip the Bromila or Bolilot with the gathering tool. There you go, 10 gathering. Production. Give it everything you got. It's good enough to get 1 every turn. And we're gonna get a few extras every now and again. This is really nice. Alright. We need 6. Not 6. We need 50 wood to get the smithy. We can research. I'm gonna go research the smithy. We're doing the smithy right now. It's gonna give me more crafting and other things. Oh, you know what? Where did we get the research? If I'm gonna get 17 research out of that alone. That's pretty nifty, actually. One thing at a time. Just keep rolling for a second.
Well done. You have
Diamonds.
your very first buildings. As you can see, it takes many resources to build a decent abode. Or
Really?
perhaps your god gifted you, in which case you cheated.
Nah.
Remember, the better the minerals you use, the better the bonuses from your buildings.
Yep.
You have a limit
Explain
of
that.
10 buildings, but you can demolish the old ones to make way for new. One of the ways to win over the darkness is for you to research more recipes, grow your population,
Blah, blah,
and
blah, 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 blah. Yeah, thank you, Theodore. I explained all that already. So we have a pasture. Now, I'd be curious to see something made entirely of this. How good is it? 9 research. See, it's not bad. I could be doing like 9 research every turn with this. I'd need to get some leather as well, but there's leather right next to vines, I think. Or something like that. I'm gonna craft this. It's 5 armor too. It's very light and 5 armor, which is good for all these people that cannot carry much of anything. Makes for good stuff. And then the crafting of the smithy is gonna wait. I have 5 already, which means I need 45. 45 divided by 6, rather. Means I'd have to stay 8 turns, I believe. 7 turns means 42. Manage supplies, don't burn it. For starters, that would be good. 8 turns, but then I'm probably gonna get an extra stack before that, maybe? I hope. I have 26 extra, 26, 52, 78. Okay, hold on, 52, 78, 104, I think, 104. In 5 turns, I'm gonna get an extra stack. In 5 turns, I'm gonna have 6 turns worth. I already have 1 turn. Yeah, I'm saving a turn, basically, is what I'm getting at. With my mathematics. Right. Keep going. I'm gonna be spending the night gathering elven wood, basically. What do I want to do here? Oh, I remember what I usually do. Get some crafting tools. Doesn't have to be the bestest crafting tools ever, but I mean, it can be. And I'm gonna keep the iron for later. Clay is cheap at this point because I can mass produce it. Just 3 crafting, that's fine. I mean, 4 would be better. It would give more research too. I'm only doing this for the research. The point is, doing this, the point is I'm gonna give it to this person who's useless right now, and then she's gonna be crafting meals. It's gonna give me the food variety that I deserve. I should also equip the armor I just got. 11 armor, 11 armor, 8, 9, 12. You're a perfect candidate for this. There you go. We have a beautiful vine cardigan. Ain't you the prettiest? Also, getting vines to get a good research going. I mean, 9 every turn out of gathering here. Of course, that's not what I'm doing right now, but it's worthwhile, I think. 24. So I should be at 30. I want to say at 30. I just need 15 more, which means 3 shots of it. I'm gonna get 2 on this turn and then 1 on the other one, and that's gonna be it. Oops! Forgot to give something to do to my crafting. First off, equipment, you're getting the hammer. There you go. So, production, crafting. Cooked meals for the warrior. She's going to be crafting, I don't know. There isn't that much food to craft to begin with. That's a bit of a problem. Veggies, please. There you go. Let's build more bygos. Build, you know, a few. And then what? I could make something that's kind of like the vines, but kind of not. Could also play with the gems, actually. Hold on. Well, leave that here. What does that say? 9 research. Not bad. Not bad at all. I'll do it. And that's just with Ember. That's surprising. What are the properties, by the way? Just 3 armor. It's not as good at armor. It's lighter, though. I think that's the effect of using gems instead. Do you have what I need? Because I lost track of time. No, one more turn. going home with all that beautiful wood. Give it to me. Give everything to me. I'm gonna give you a bit more food. I think. I don't think you have enough yet. I just have 8 turns. That's not good enough. I'm gonna give you a lot more of that, just to give raw turns of food, and then this for a bit of variety. I don't have that much more variety to give you, but you could gather something on the way. Shouldn't really need it. Now then, I think I'm gonna go north. There's this that I want to check out. There's a couple mines. You know, there's stuff to check out. I think I might just go straight north. Get the 2 spider thingies, the ruins. That's a skeleton place, a spawner. That doesn't look pretty. Next turn I'm gonna get the construction speed. Bats. I can hunt that down pretty well. Every 10 turns, that's another thing I forgot to explain. Every 10 turns the difficulty goes up. The monsters spawning get tougher, etc, etc, etc. But it only does that for 10 times. Once you're past 100 turns, it's as hard as it's going to get. Then you can keep on doing pretty much as you want. Bird meat, those are not birds. Bats are not, they fly, but they're not birds. Just saying. Anybody needed a shield, I already have some shield. Just hanging out. You know what? You're gonna spend your last... Well, I'm gonna put you here and then you're gonna spend the turn gathering yourself some food variety. Get a couple. We're gonna get 28. Construction and Elven Smithing. Please. Attack Elven and then crafting brothers. I wonder if it's clay. It's a better crafting bonus, but I don't attract elves. I attract beasts. You know, I can do both. I'm gonna start with this one, this version, because it's more crafting. It's gonna help with the other thing. Right, please do help. Well, that's what I do normally. I don't create a crafting tool. I just create a snitty, and then she's good enough to take on her duties. We're done here. Oh, I had a research point. What do I want to put it in? Amber, probably. There's amber right here. Maybe. I'm gonna hold off for the moment. Well, I'd rather be here, honestly. Spider's Nest. They're just level 1. All of them. Hunting! Easy! And the bow. That's nice. Wait, there were spiders there on top of the spider. It had just spawned spiders. That's what that means. And I killed them. Because I had to. There you go. Please eliminate the nest this time. Get hunting. Some food. Cooked bird. Because the spiders, of course, are gonna have cooked meat in their webs. Obviously. I got some research. What do you want me to do with research? There's plenty of research. Let's be honest here. I'm just not sure what I want to research. Of course, something like, you know, amber or quartz or whatever would allow me to see higher tiers of resources. So that's, you know, an option. I'm not sure what I want to do with it though. I also need some construction done. This is very useful because you get, it can grow your population. The well itself isn't particularly good, but these are, as I recall, yeah, I think think I like these more than I like this thing. Or this thing. I've never seen what these do, though. Because I've never actually researched the watchtower. Maybe I should do that. You know, I'm kind of curious. Let's do it. Just, I want to see what this does. I also want to see what these do. Okay. And what does that do? Ten more skill points. Damn. It's not that good, though. I may regret that at some point. Movement, but you know, they have 6 movement now, and I think that's because they had food variety. They probably had food variety, and then I lost one of the varieties. That is most likely what happened. Let us hunt. Auto-resolve hunting, in fact. And I'm back to having my variety, because that's food. It's not good food, in my honest opinion, but it's food. And I can get even more food up there with the bird meat and the normal meat. I'm gonna head towards here. How much movement do you have? 2. How much movement does that cost? Jeez. 1. I think I'm gonna go here and gather me some food variety. This costs more, but I can get 1. And then I can probably get 1 of this, maybe even more. I doubt it. No, I can't. Maybe if I distribute things differently. You know? No, it's just not gonna work. Well, I'd rather have this than the other thing. I really would. Because that's variety, and the other thing isn't. It's gonna keep the variety up. Actually, yes it is variety. Well then. One thing at a time. I guess. I can't get both. I'm not good enough at gathering yet. I need more. And a turn. Turn number 23. Alright, well, break camp first off. I did not see where the skeletons went. I guess they went here, or weren't skeletons.
You stumble across some ruins of an old city, engulfed in mist and mystery.
Oh, both of them? That sounds nice.
You open one of the...
Fighting again. I can auto-resolve that.
You search the buildings and discover a supplies store still intact.
I am not auto-resolving these anymore. He's almost dead. That's stupid. One thing you need to, well, not need to, but one thing you can do to try to minimize the chances of the person dying is make a camp. That's a useless place to make a camp, but what do you want from me? They're going to recover faster and they have less chances of dying of their wounds. Auto-resolve is just... what? How did you mess that up? Oh my god. Well, that'll teach me to trust the game, I guess. Or will it? It's gonna teach me something. Oh my god. Well, I hope nothing bad happens. That's all I can say. That's all I can do. Meanwhile, what am I doing over here? In production, not equipment. No, I'm doing a smithy, because that's cool. I can also do this entirely of clay. Not quite yet, but I can eventually. I can use bones. How...
Thea is not an easy place to grow up in, but alas, grow up we must. One of your children has met. Becoming an adult is an important rite of passage.
I need a few more warriors, you know? And all that. I we go. One more gathering for Dobromila, which I believe is the hunter. More health, perception, folklore, strength. That's cool. What about you? Perception, strength, will, tactics, health. Bizdziaka. And these are not hard. These are not easy. Ooh, boy. Well, you're not on the verge of dying anymore, so I'm going to engage these because I'd rather sneak on them than outright fight them, because the fight would be a lot more dangerous than the actual shielding? What gives shielding and sneaking? Let's just keep it going. Seems fine to me. Huh. I have a good first action here. It's also a good counter offense, but I think I'd rather have first action. Although I don't have a character that really does enough damage to kill you. I mean, I can get the Bromula first, that helps, yes. Can't confuse you either. I can't support ally either, just... Right. I'm going to play you, because no good reason, and we are going to counterattack. I do want to use first action. I want to make sure that the Bromula gets the kill on this. The Bromula is going to be fine no matter what happens. Another counter tactic. We're going to keep the sneak cards out of this. Play this, and I guess okay, we're fine. First action. Okay, we should be fine. This is the tankiest bastard there is, and he's the one that could take 2 hits here. So it should be fine. You do 9 damage, which is just no, not enough. Not quite, but it's fine. Did not finish it off, but that means this one dies. Oh, damage taken to armor in these sorts of challenges will not go to health, HP. That's another reason to go sneaking and fighting. Because doing poorly will not get you killed. Reshuffle, all the good attackers they're still all in here. That's kind of silly. This turn, I am going to counter offense the heck out of you with this person. You have 10. These 3 together do 6 damage. That's not good enough. That's not good enough. Wait, no, they don't do 6, they do 7. Because of this. Which means that if I first action one of them, it should be fine. One of the 3 damage ones at least. He's not gonna get to take a turn. This, and then you can just get closer and add a little bit of damage to the other thing. I'm not sure if we get to kill it or not. It's not clear. Oh goodness. Got him. Oh yeah, we got him. We got him. Good stuff. Really good stuff. That's... I wonder if that's better than the one I have. On Bogdan. Also got a 2-handed sword. That's the hammer. Better damage. but there's no poison damage. It's also slightly less heavy, but that's not an issue here. I don't know. Always, I mean... See, because poison means it's added. It's 8 damage versus 9 damage, but it's 10 damage when the other thing is wounded. I think I'd rather have the straight up damage, though, because it doesn't always apply, you know? And this, yeah, I suspect it would be better. 11 damage and 6 shielding. That is insanely good. Give it to me. I want it. Hello, the skeleton tomb. I need to take you out before you spawn too many things. Resolve should win. And even if it does poorly, it's not going to get any characters killed. Oops, I did not think that right-clicking there would have actually moved you, but it did. Well, since I can't really do anything with my movement, let's go gather up some more food variety. Because why not? And then some straw, because I don't have a reason to, but I do it anyway. That's actually kind of sad. Just the fact that... surely... No, I can't. I can't get two... I can't get 2 stacks of straw. That's kind of silly. No, don't use that. Don't burn the darkwood. Darkwood is useful. See, if the enemies attack, I can't hunt them. I'm gonna have to fight them. And I don't really want to do that. Who's idle? The new warrior in town. Well, go gather something, I guess. For the moment, I don't really have anything else for you to do. Once the smithy is done, I can make you craft dinner or something. I think what I'm gonna do, actually, is give her a gathering tool, if I can craft some. I'm gonna need straw to craft some, actually. Yeah, give her a gathering tool, and then send her with a gathering expedition of some sort. Alright, okay. 3 movement? How? I just want the spider's nest out, and then I think I'm just gonna come back down. I might explore a little more, but I need to come back down. I'll get some other straw on the way there, just so I can craft more gathering tools. They're not gonna be the greatest gathering tools, but it should be good enough to be worthwhile. You seriously need some food variety. I mean, I could do meat with meat for a little while. It's gonna give a little more variety. It's gonna be jerky. It's not the greatest looking, and there's a good reason for that, but you know, 5 times jerky, why not? Minor supplies. Yeah, you're eating that. You shouldn't. That's for the expedition. Okay. What time is it? It's getting close to just ending the stream, I would think. But I imagine you get my point when I was saying earlier that this is a game that takes a while to get anywhere. Now, I'm slightly disappointed. My previous game that I interrupted to start this new one, I had a silver source. And silver, if you don't know the game, is really good. Basically this far from my village. It was really damn close. So I could craft the bestest of equipment, kind of right off the bat, and it was awesome. I interrupted that just, you know, to show you guys off the game off, but it's not as good a start, I would say. I can already, in case you're wondering, I can already see silver. This is it. Maybe I have mithril nearby, but I'm not gonna check for that for a while. So yeah, anyway, thanks for watching this one, and I'll be back most likely next week with a little more of this. See where we get from there. I'm probably gonna get through more than 25 turns. I had a lot of explaining to do today. we're gonna see where we stand. Until then, see y'all. I should probably press